Hey, Dental Nachos crew, this is Paul, Dr. Nacho, and I welcome you to an amazing night here on Nachos Zoom CE on TV, the Dental Nachos Extravaganza, featuring an amazing CE course on sleep apnea for free. Your favorite price dentist. I know you love the free. If you want to join in on this CE course, we're going to be sharing this in the chat on Facebook Live, in the comments. You need to be on Zoom to earn the CE. This is a chance to earn live CE from your couch, hanging out, relaxing. But before we get started with our CE, we're going to interview a great list of awesome dentisting humans that help dentists, that can help you improve your dentisting core. Our theme for the evening is, as always, how do we improve our dentisting core? Our mind skills, our word skills, our hand skills, and our heart in the center. I want to start off by sharing with you one of the most important parts about being a successful dentisting human is having a job. You cannot create the most beautiful emergence profile in the world without a job. You cannot have 3, 4, 5 layers of anatomy in your occlusal composite without a job. So what we are doing at Dental Nachos is we are connecting dentists for jobs. If you're looking to hire an associate or find a job. And this week we have something special for you because finding a job in dentisting can be very difficult. There's 5 questions that you need to ask and have answered every time you go on a job interview or interview someone. Where is the job? Why do they need an associate? How will they be compensated? What procedures are you looking to have this person do? Or are they looking to have you do? And finally, life's also about fun. What fun things are there to do in the area? So we get very little training in dental school about this. And by very little, I mean we get no training at all. So this week on Nacho Zoom TV, we have an expert who wrote The Idiot's Guide to the Perfect Job Interview, Mark Dorio, my patient, my friend. We've co-lectured together, and we're going to put on a webinar for 2 types of people. So if you're one of these types of people, if this is you, this is the webinar for you. Are you looking for a job? Do you have a job and maybe want a better job or a different job? Or do you interview people to work with you and for you? Are you an office manager, a hygienist, a dentist? And to be invited to this totally free webinar, just text HIRE to 215-543-6454. Text HIRE to 215-543-6454, and we'll text you back an invite to this webinar this week, Friday, December 11th. I'm super excited. These are the skills you need to survive and thrive. And what are the things you don't want to do in dentistry? We're going to talk about this tonight. You don't want to cry on the inside or outside, and that can happen easily. I don't want to brag, but at one point I had reduced my crying on the inside amount to like 14 times a day. A pandemic has shot it up a bit higher, but I'm hoping in 2021, I will get it back to that 14 times a day. So our first guest is welcome to come up. We have a great lineup here tonight. You can start your video, and it is my friend, my coach, a mentor of mine, Terry Brock. And what we're going to be asking people tonight is, what do they do? How do they help dentists increase success and decrease stress? And how can you reach out and connect with them? Because this is what this night is about. Awareness, attention, just find out, and momentum, making your life better. So welcome, Terry. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Share with us a little bit about a day in the life of Terry Brock and what you do to help dentisting humans increase their success and decrease stress.
Well, I do lots of different things. We use a lot of technology today, and one of the technologies that we have used extensively at Dental Nachos, as you know, is this thing called video. And matter of fact, it started a couple years ago. I have to compliment you, Paul, because you were wise enough to say, okay, let's look at this crazy thing called Zoom. What is that, by the way? Zoom for video that Terry Brock was recommending. And I said, we're going to use that, and we're going to start working with it. Now, this was way before we even knew how to spell COVID-19.
Sure.
And now we're using it. We got comfortable with it, and we're using it now very well, but also that and other tools. So that's something that we do, and looking at ways that we can let the technology help us to be, I guess the best way I've heard it described, technology is really just an extension of your brain.
Right.
So that you can do more. It's doing the same things in many ways that we would do, but it's doing it faster, easier, and probably doing some better things, doing it differently. Video gives us the ability to do that.
I love that, Terry. And you've helped me. I remember our first consultation. I said, this guy, Terry, wants me to get on Zoom. I don't know how to get on Zoom. And now I become very proficient using it. So I find as a dentist and a business owner, I can use it to connect with patients. I can use it to train my team. But not everyone is comfortable on video, and you've helped me be more comfortable. So if a dentist is listening out there, an office manager saying, I don't even like to take a video of myself on my cell phone, right? What are ways that you help people become more comfortable with video and sharing their message with people in their life, in their business life, in their personal life?
I think the first thing we have to realize that it's not so much technical, it's psychological. And we have to understand, okay, if we're going to communicate with people, we have to understand we're doing it now through a medium called video, looking into a webcam, which is a little different. As you've heard me say many times, Paul, our mamas told us that we're supposed to look somebody in the eye when we're talking to them. And I think our mamas were right, but our mamas often didn't know about Zoom.
Right, for
And
sure.
so one of the things we do is we look there into the webcam to see it, and we start doing this over and over. You want to practice a lot. And as you practice with good coaching, it's good. A friend of mine, Harvey McKay, has written a few New York Times bestseller books, says people often say practice makes perfect. Not true. Perfect practice makes
Yeah,
perfect. If you
sure.
keep practicing it the wrong way, you're not anywhere near perfect. So I would say to that dentist who's a little bit scared, a little reticent to get on video, it's all right. Get the right coaching, do it in a safe environment. Don't do it the first time when you're in front of 3 million people. Do it when you have someone that can help you, that can coach you and how to do that. Look at it. There's a lot of videos out there, a lot of people that do these things, and it's something that can help you to really go ahead. Because Paul, I could be wrong, but I don't think we're going to be throwing away video and right away.
I don't think so. And one of the things is it's more than just, showcase yourself. It's also training your team. I didn't think I'd live in a world, Terry, where I had to take people's temperature like a bouncer before they came into my dental office, but we're here. So maybe it's saying things like, hey, when you come to the dental office, here's what you can expect, and create a video on that you can use over and over again. Terry's helped me with that. Or it could be a team facing video where you say, hey guys, this is how when patients say, what do you do to keep us safe for COVID? We're going to say these 3 things. We're going to say we monitor people for symptoms, we use PPE, and we have pure air purifiers. So Terry, I think that's just an awesome thing for dentists to embrace. And one day I'm going to brag that I interviewed Terry Brock on Tonight. So just share with our audience, because part of this is embarrassing you in the best way. Who are some of the people that you've had the chance to interview over your career?
Oh, gee, a lot of people, one, I think back, I think you saw the video of it. American Express was launching their Blue for Business card, and they flew me from Orlando, where I was, and am still, up to New York, and I got a chance to interview Magic Johnson and
Wow.
talk with him about what was going on. He and I both grew up in Michigan, and so just the difference was when I saw guys like him, I decided I'd stick with computers rather than going to basketball. But I saw him in the last year.
After you were done, Terry, with the interview.
Yeah, there we go. That's right. And last year, a highlight of my career, I was just so honored that I was asked to come down to a big presentation was going on in Colombia, in Bogota, Colombia. And it was with some of the richest people the richest in Central and South America. A guy named Carlos Slim asked me to come down and be the opening keynote presenter for that. And the closing speaker was Ivan Duque, who is the current president of Colombia. And so I got a chance to interview Carlos, talk to him about that. And he was asking me about social media, how to do it. We want to know how to implement in there. But I find really the problems when we go, as I travel different places around the world, it's what we can do to help people. The technology is about connecting with people, connecting with your staff, connecting with patients, connecting with suppliers. And video gives you a much better way to do it. Paul, like you were saying, when you want to send out a message to patients to say, we're going to be taking your temperature now, when they first were hearing that, it's best to see a video,
Right.
much better than sending out text. Text is okay. But when you see the dentist telling you, hey, we're doing everything to make sure you're safe. We're going to be taking temperatures. This is a normal thing to do. And we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that you're safe and sound, and you're going to get the dental work that you need. And so I think that kind of thing on video really communicates the human touch.
I think that's awesome, Terry. So someone's watching saying, hey, I would like to get some training from Terry, or just meet Terry and find out how he can help my company, my dental practice, me deliver my message better. It could be deliver my message anywhere. How can they reach out to you to do that, Terry?
Well, there's several ways to do it. Probably one of the best would be you could either check my website, which is terrybrock.com, and that's Terry, and Brock is spelled the right way, BROCK. So you can go to terrybrock.com, or I also wanted to offer this to the Dental Nachos community. I put together a special website, and I want to be able to help people, dentists that are out there wondering, what do we do? For free, no charge at all, go to 20withterry.com. That's 20withterry, 20withterry.com. 20 minutes, no charge. And I do this because I want to be able to help dentists. I want to help them out. I get a chance to find good real world market research that way. and feedback. They say, these are the problems we're facing. And I say, here we go. I do a lot of coaching, consulting like I do with you, Paul.
Yeah.
And if there's a way that we might work together, hey, that's great. And if we don't, I still want to give you a lot of value, some way that a dentist can work in her or his practice and make that happen. So
Well,
20withterry.com
people should take
and
advantage of
sign
that,
up.
Terry. Our team time with Terry each week at Nachos is some of the best time. The team loves talking to you. You have just a calming presence, but also supportive one. I've learned so much from you. So I just want to say I'm grateful for that. And I really appreciate you being part of this show.
Well, thank you, Paul. It's an honor to work with you.
Thanks, Terry. So Dental Nachos crew, you can see how using video, what Terry's taught me, it's changed my life in the best way. It's enhanced my life. I make videos all the time, but maybe you don't want to make videos for Facebook, but making videos for your team to train them on protocols, procedures, how to communicate with patients can change your life. So I'm ready for our next guest here. We have another good idea. These are all a list of our good ideas. So I have Stephen Incantera from Abella. So Abella, I like interesting names. A guy named his company Dental Nachos, interesting name. So Stephen, tell us, what do you guys do to help dentists be more successful and less stressed?
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things that we help with is getting back that account receivable. As you like to see, you spend a lot of time doing your full contact arts and crafts, and then insurance takes their little portion, and there's always that little leftover, that AR that's hanging out there. What we do is we have a no-touch integrated system that goes out and collects it all, as you like to say, like magic, really. I mean,
Right.
It's pretty extraordinary.
It's a magic money game. I was just talking to my own office manager, Kate, today, and I said, we've been using this for 9 weeks. Abella's brought us in $13,000. We pay the equivalent of $300 a month. It's too good, Stephen. I don't want to say this on national television. I know we have 1 million people watching, and you guys should raise your prices. Dennis, don't get upset with me, but I know you're not going to raise your prices. But just to share as a practice owner, who this is how you feel. When you do, if I did a CE course online and someone didn't pay me $50, I wouldn't be happy, but it wouldn't really get me in my soul. But when you do full contact arts and crafts and people do not pay you, this is how you feel inside, because you literally sweat on the inside doing it. So you send out these Abella messages and just tell us a little bit about the process. As we're practice owners saying, that's me. We have these balances floating around, because that's what it went out. It magically went and collected these balances. How do you guys send these messages? Text message, email, how does that work?
Yeah, so this is kind of the magic of Abella, really, is it works with 90% of dental software. So it just plugs right in and it sends a text message and an email with your practice's branding to what device we're all on, our phone, of course, and email. The patient can then go in and see how much they owe, and they can even set up a payment plan. So they can be broken up into 1, 2, or 3 payments right there with the touch of a button. I haven't disclosed this yet with you, Paul, but we're working with a major DSO right now, and we have taken $5 million worth of their 90-day plus AR. Wow. And in one fell swoop, one push of the Abella button, we collected $600,000 for them. And this is over 90-day plus AR.
There's something magical about getting a text message saying you need to pay this. Patients, the majority of our patients have responded well to it. Some have called and asked questions about money they were supposed to pay us, by the way, so it's not made up, and they appreciate this convenient way to do it. Now, I know my dentist people, right? Sometimes I have the core here and Mr. Grumbly. They think there's a scam inside of a scam, Stephen. They're not the easiest of people to try new things. So if they text Abella now to 215-543-6454, how much will it cost them to use Abella for the next few months?
Zero.
Zero, dentist. That is your favorite price. So if you text in, you get a free trial till what time?
So we're only offering this to 20 folks, and it's just going to be through the end of the day tomorrow, but you don't pay us anything until February 1st, 2021.
Also, I mean, I know someone on this call, they like the free gym classes when that was illegal to go to the gym. It's currently illegal to go to the gym. But what that is, Dennis, is sign up and drop it February 1st if you want, but you might as well collect this money. But what you're going to find is, here's who it makes it happy in your practice. It makes you happy, but it makes that office manager happy, because it's not a fun call to make. So I talked to Kate today, and she said it's a great thing to have, because you just, like you said, through a click of a button, you get to do this. So I love this. You outsource your annoyance to Abella to do this. I love what you guys do, Stephen. You have Nachos signing up all the time for this. Take advantage of this free program until February 1st by texting Abella to 215-543-6454. Stephen, you're a pleasure to work with, onboarding people. You work with almost all practice management softwares too. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we're out there for 90%. And of course, Kate loves us because we saved the office manager about 8 hours a month in not licking envelopes and making those phone calls. You know, Dr. Baird always says, hey, who wants to eat Brussels sprouts, you know, uncooked in bacon, or would you rather make collect calls? The Brussels sprouts win, my friend.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Right. I totally agree with that. And you have this awesome deal going on. And if somebody's watching this 5 years from now and has 10 million views, Stephen, how can they reach out to you guys directly just to learn more about everything that you do as an awesome key resource and sponsor?
We are at abellaar.com. So you can go there, you can request a demo. I'm going to put a link in the chat and on Facebook if those are still around in 10 years. And you can go ahead and click that and take advantage of the offer there. Or if you're not sure yet, request a demo. And by the way, you can also look at compassionate finance while you're over there as well.
We use that as well. Also, this is one of my things, JDD, just do the demo. There's so many great demos out there. Test it out, figure out if it's right for you, outsource your office manager. So thanks, Stephen. Stick around for part of the show. Really appreciate having you as a key resource and sponsor and helping dentists be more successful and less stressed.
Thank you, Paul.
Awesome. So as you guys can see in just 2 of our interviews here, we've delivered a ton of value to you. Now we have Ron joining us here from DocPay. So Ron, you hang out with Dentisting Humans. What do you do to make them feel less like this and more like, you know, the guy over my shoulder here? Less like crying on the inside, more like the guy over my shoulder.
You know, we started out as a company that did practice management software for dental offices, and I spent a lot of time in dentists' offices watching them pull their hair out over payment plans and trying to collect money from patients. We created a way to be able to collect money from our doctors using automatic payments for our support agreements for the doctors. And I got to thinking, you know, why shouldn't I use that same method to help these doctors collect this money easily and painlessly from their patients?
Right.
So we created DocPay. DocPay does automated payments for recurring payments, either with electronic checks or credit cards. If it's a credit card payment, we can even guarantee that the payment will be paid in full, you know, over a course of up to 2 years. Our services, this is the really painless, happy part of it, Paul, is our services are free to the practice.
That's awesome.
Period. There's not a trial period or anything like that. It's free. Our philosophy is that if a patient's being extended the privilege of paying over time, then the onus should be on the patient to pay for that privilege, not the practice.
I agree.
So we don't charge the practice a fee for doing one of our standard payment plans.
And I love that, Ryan. And what I wanted to ask you as I was listening to you is, help patients select implant treatment. I have dentists take my CE courses, and here's a common thing people say: I wish I had done this sooner. I wish I had done this sooner. So think back to your clients. Tell me a story about a client, because you know our dentist people, we're not that easy to move forward, right? We're like grandmothers, we're afraid, we're stuck, but they say, you know what? I'm glad I did this, Ron. Tell me a story like that of a dentist. I think that will resonate with the people watching in of, you know, because they're not so sure about a new thing, and now they're happy to have it.
Let me give you an example of a practice. You would think that this practice would have problems with an in-house payment plan. They were in West Virginia. They were doing, most of their patients were coal miners, people from the Appalachian Mountains. They moved basically 100% of their accounts receivable to DocPay with a 99% collection success rate.
That's awesome.
That is just unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's the circle of your business life. You have to produce what you're doing, help people, but also collect. I wanted to share, I have 2 skeptical dentists here, and I'm not sure if I convinced them, but maybe they are. Those are the moderators. So they're almost there with you. They're almost there. They're still not so sure. I want to say that people can text DocPay to 215-543-6454 to learn more about it. So this process, they text, they learn about it. Is there a demo involved, Ron? Do they talk with you? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the easiest way to find out about us is to do one of our 30-minute free webinars. They'd go to docpay.com/no-more-fees.
Yeah.
And there's a free 30-minute webinar you can register for. We've got 3 of them scheduled for next week, 1 for tomorrow. So those are a fun, easy way to be able to find out about DocPay. By the way, one other thing that we've added that has been real popular the last year is we have an online payment portal. Cool. Particularly with the COVID deal, you know, the patients are not able to come in and make payments. This provides a contactless payment.
I love that. Finally, you've almost convinced them. They're almost there. They're not sure. They're still, these two behind me are still skeptical, but they want to find out more about it. So you are kindly raffling off. We have a great raffle. Text prize, the 215-543-6454. You're kindly contributing a prize here. What's your prize that you're contributing to our raffle, Ron?
You know, I got to thinking, if you're a really smart doctor, then you need something that for a prize that ties into that. So we're going to be providing smart plugs.
I like that. I want to enter myself. Maybe can I rig my own raffle? I don't know if that's allowed, but
I'm giving 4 Wi-Fi spark plugs. But if you're going to use these spark plugs, you need to have something to connect with them. So there's also a Wi-Fi. This is the new Wi-Fi sphere-shaped Echo Dot. We're going to be giving away those to one lucky participant.
This is the 4th night of the extravaganza, and I can tell my people are watching in because there's so much free that you're delivering to the dentist. They're very big fans of free, the dentist. People love free, but especially dentists. So I love the fun that you bring. I love you being a key resource and sponsor. Somebody's watching right now. We have our text code for DocPay. Just text DocPay to 215-543-6454. But if they're watching this 5 years from now, if they're 5 million views, Ron, how can they reach out to you directly at your website?
Well, first of all, we set up a landing page for our Dental Nacho clients with a special deal for them. And this is not just for raffle winners. This is for everyone.
Nice.
DocPay.com/nachos. And what they're going to get, the payment plan service is free, but a lot of people elect for an upper tier of service that includes the online payment site and several other things that are normally about $15 a month. If you're a Dental Nachos client, you register for DocPay on that DocPay.com/nachos. You'll get the first 3 months for free.
That is a great deal. There's so much value out there that you guys are helping dentists see, because running your business is not just about seeing patients. It's the decisions you make with your mind. It's the words that you say. It's how you run the entire thing. You can't help anyone if do not feel good about your business. You're helping us with that, Ron. We truly appreciate you being here. Hang around for the show. And thanks so much for being a kind key resource and sponsor.
Glad to. Thanks for having me on, Paul.
Awesome, Ron. So this is just such a great way for you guys to learn what's out there in the dental space from your couch, right? I still want everyone to come back to in-person CE. I love in-person stuff. But right now, you're on your couch. Maybe you have wine. Maybe you have a snack. Maybe you have both. Watch this and learn what's out there. So I have Kayvon coming on now from Doc Sites, who is someone that helps dentists market themselves. Something we learn zero about in dental school, almost less than zero, because they weirdly make us feel bad about marketing our own services. It's a very strange thing. But then you get out there, and if you want to help patients, you need to bring in the patients you want to see. You need to share your story online. So Kayvon, share with us what you do at Doc Sites and how you guys help dentists.
Yeah, so what we do, Paul, is we essentially take the stress out of marketing your practice. With our services, we do 2 things for dentists. 1 is websites and 2 is marketing. Now, one of the biggest mistakes we see dentists make, which makes them unhappy on the inside and on the outside that you talk about, is they have this mentality of set it and forget it when it comes to their practice marketing, right? They think it's like insurance, like, let me just pay it and never look. What am I getting? What am I doing? Is my website good? Am I happy with this? You know, have I updated things? So I want to bring that to the forefront, because something we're offering special, and I'm sure you'll put the number down later, is we're doing our version of putting an intraoral camera into your practice's mouth with your website, web presence, to show you what's going on, so you can see what's working well, what's effective.
I want you to pause here, because that's such a great thing, dentists, because we love using the intraoral camera to explain to resistant patients who don't believe us and say their tooth is fine. I'm like, are most of your fine teeth have no white part above the gum? Because I don't think that sounds fine. So the patients are resistant. Now you're turning this on us in a fun way with an intraoral camera. So what's this intraoral camera? I want to make sure people can text in for this too. Text Doc Sites to 215-543-6454.
So we essentially take a look at your website and show you 2 things. 1, what are you doing that's actually effective, so you can keep doing more of it, so you know what's working for you. And then 2, we show you where there's some opportunities for improvement, so you can basically take advantage of those. So for some people, it might be, showcasing your reviews actually on your website. For others, it might be, highlighting things. But the key is we actually show you, and when you can see it for the first time, exactly what you said, you can decide, oh, that makes sense. You know, my website's not up to par, or that makes sense. I'm paying so much money for SEO or marketing, and here's where you could do it better. And really, people love working with us. We work with hundreds of dentists nationwide, and they love working with us for 3 reasons. 1, we're easy. 2, affordable, and 3, effective. So one of the biggest—
that is good. That's the trifecta to make Dennis happy. And also I wanted to share, because I worked with my dad for many years, which was amazing until unfortunately he passed away, but I worked with my brother. But there was a joke here on Y2K was supposed to shut down all the computers. I don't know if you remember that, right? So yeah. Y2K, and so when it went from 1999 to 2000, and they would say to him and his partner, is your practice ready for Y2K? And my dad would say, we are ready. And why? They didn't have one computer in the office in 1999. So fast forward 21 years, I was the one who brought the website to the practice back in 2004. And one of the things I just want to share, what you guys help with is we work with dentists buying their first practice, buying their 5th practice, selling practices. And you need to start this journey of marketing where it's comfortable for you. So do you work with new practice owners doing their first website? Is that someone you guys could help?
Absolutely. We actually have a dental nachos offer. So
awesome.
Our standard website is typically a $9.99 setup, and we're giving 50% off. So awesome. You only pay $4.99 for dental nachos member. If you have a website, it's super easy to switch. A lot of people think switching websites is like cable providers. Who wants to do that, right? So we make it super easy. You get one dedicated account rep versus like working with all these other companies. You call people and you're getting churned and you're reaching a machine. So we do the work. Plus, we're super transparent with our pricing. And I know dentists and everyone really appreciates that. So the prices you see are what you're going to get. We have no long-term contracts, and it works.
What we've come across is, because we help people purchase practices, and this is normal, there's going to be some other technology that when I'm 65, I don't put in my practice, and someone's going to say, you don't have holograms dancing outside your office? I'm like, I just couldn't go that far. I stopped at this. So when they buy a practice of a 60, 65-year-old dentist, sometimes they have no website at all. Sometimes they say they have a website, but it's sort of a nice way of term. It's not really a website. And that's one of the first things you should do, is to get ready to showcase yourself online. So there's a really good opportunity for doc sites to help with that, Kayvon, because when you take over a practice, there's so many things going on that sometimes you put things on the back burner that should be on the front burner. And that's why I see doc sites really helping. So share with us once again, what's the deal you guys have going on right now for the nacho community?
So for the nacho community, look at this, Paul. I'm becoming a nacho man myself.
I like that. Yeah, perfect.
So we have the deal. You can see all the details here. Check it out. It's 50% off a standard website design. So instead of you paying $9.99 for the setup, you pay only $4.99. The monthly starts as low as $49 a month, and that includes your website hosting, the maintenance, and all the updates. Again, we do all the work, so it's super easy for you. Or if you have something going on, you say, you know what, I don't want to be in that set it and forget it mentality. I want to see, like, what am I paying for right now and what am I getting? We'll do a free strategy session, which is our version of an intraoral camera. Take a look at it. No obligation. It's not a sales call, just showing value. And this is my cell phone number. So if you want to text me at 818-489-9823, I'll personally reply and we can set up. All it takes is 15 minutes on your lunch break or after work or before work to kind of show you what's going on and see if it makes sense to work with us.
That's those things. I have this book in here at all times. Why nachos are the best food. No, I'm just joking. I got this one, The E-Myth Revisited, classic book about working on your business instead of in your business. We didn't learn this in dental school. Even when you're working in the real world, you can get very, very distracted and busy, and you forget to work on your business. And this is part of working on your business. So glad you're a key resource to Project Kayvon. Stick around and enjoy the show. And thanks for being such a supportive Nacho.
Thank you so much, Paul.